Hi friends, how are we? It's Alicia here. I'm starting off new. Normally it's always in the kitchen or it's always on the veranda. But I was just like, oh my god, I'm just so overseeing. It's not mess, but I'm so overseeing what looks like a mess. But Macy's gone down for a sleep, so I don't actually know how long I'm gonna have. But I started creating a succulent garden, and as always, I start things, I think I've got a little bit of time, let me start something. And then I think I should have really recorded that. So yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm hoping if I get enough time, I'm gonna try and do a bit more of this succulent garden. I'll show you what I've done so far. And then, which means I need to collect some rocks. Thank God for, you know, the name of the farm has Rocky in it for a reason. And then I bought a beautiful little terracotta pot to put my basil in, which I'm hoping to then keep inside over winter, to overwinter it. And Macy got some little mosaic pebbles that her dad decided was a great idea to decorate the pot, which actually it will be. It does make me smile. But I did quite like the plain, sleek terracotta look too, you know, but bedazzled. Terracotta's not really my vibe, but I don't mind if it's just one pot for Macy. So yeah, I was hoping to actually do a video of setting up a greenhouse, but I know I'm not gonna have enough time with Macy being asleep, and I tried to do it before, but she didn't kick off, but I knew she was tired, so we went down to lay down. But I just thought, like, oh my god, this growing season, summer season, all the 28s decided to come into these trees right now, but they've just gone because they see me. Yes, this growing season / summer is long, which is great for the sense of established gardens to, you know, continue growing, and it's beautiful to have all the beautiful flowers for a longer period of time. Like, what are we? We're like April 21st. I was looking back on pictures. Normally by this time of year we are well and truly like rugged up, like I'm not leaving. The wind. And I did get a mic, guys, and I think I've said it and Macy broke it. Anyway, hopefully you can hear me. Hold that thought. Yes, it's so freaking warm still, which I'm loving because I hate the cold. And when I say we're normally rugged up by now, it's also because, you know, it'll hit like 21 and I'm like, I'm cold, I'm freezing. And so I rug myself and Macy up. And normally by the end of April, because I had paid attention, we're lighting our fire. It's 30 degrees today. 30. Like, beautiful and insane. However, this summer we've had a few like summer storms, but nothing that's really brought any rain. Like, we might have had, I think out of all of them that come, most of them, I would just sit here and watch, they'd all go around us. I think we had one that brought like 1 mil. That was the last bit of rain, because I actually got myself a rain catcher. The last bit that I found was in February, sorry, that I recorded was in February, and it was literally 1 mil. We've had 1 mil since February. The only thing that is surviving, drop this. The only reason things are still doing okay is we're getting a very decent morning dew, because the massive dam that's supposed to, it cannot never run out, but that we anticipated would be able to support both my garden and the garden to the house up the hill, is getting very empty, to the point Jay said, at least you've got to stop watering. Like, don't necessarily let things die, like unless they're annuals, let them die. But the only thing that is not necessarily getting sacrificed but is definitely getting reduced is our veggie garden. Everything else is like limited to hand water and like once every couple of days. But we're having like 30-degree days. Like I watered my lettuce yesterday because it's in pots. It's already wilted today. We are getting a drop. We're dropping back down to like 25, 26 this week. Which like I'm glad, but I'm not. Like 25 is still amazing. I love the warm though, but I need some water. Like we need rain. Like it was the worst year to move somewhere and try and establish a garden. Like holy dooly. Anyway, let's crack on. First job, I'm gonna go collect some rocks. That can be my first job. And then hopefully Macy doesn't wake up and I actually get to start rearranging or organising and putting some more plants in. Actually, I thought first things first, let me show you what I've done so far. It's just this little section of the house where there's this. So at first I thought, oh, I could do a garden bed, but I thought I don't really want to add more things I need to water because this gets all summer, like middle of the day, full afternoon sun. Winter, same thing. Obviously not as extensive, but it will not really get any shade except for kind of in spring and autumn. It might get a bit if I plant another tree, but it possibly won't because of how the shadows work, especially in the middle of summer. This is where our power line goes, so nothing can get planted on that line, and in summer that is pretty much it. Like it's direct shadow that way, but that's okay. Succulents will do. So this guy's gonna stay. All of this will stay. I don't know whether I'm going to bring the rocks further out. For now I'm not. My plan is to continue along. As you can see, I've planted some chalk stick which Macy ever so kindly snapped off, so I'll plant those in there, dig up that weed. It's not going to get fully finished today because I also this needs to go because something needs to go in it. I was thinking, and I still might, move this guy to there. Don't really want to plant that there though. Don't know. I did think a nice big tall something that can take the heat can go in here and it go there. So yes, we still need some pots to come along, but for right now we're going to get some rocks. We're going to plant a couple of succulents actually in the ground, so you can see where I've done that here. So we also need to do that, some more ground ones, but rocks. Let's get the rocks. Good job.
Okay? You need to try this leg.
Okay.
Place over here. Like,
Right here.
oh.
Yeah, it took you out in my bum.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Put like that here.
Good job.
I like it. I had all done it. I was right there. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Okay, baby. Well, hopefully I can see what I'm recording because as always, gardening with a toddler, she just grabbed the camera and smashed the back screen, so I can see like instead of the full thing, I can see about this much of one edge. But I thought I'd just show you I've got obviously this succulent which needs to go, and I've been spraying and spraying and spraying. We're just not getting rid of the mealy bugs. So I have decided, rather than lose the plant altogether, because I don't have another one of these, I'm actually going to pick off all the leaves, because this is the issue. I can't ever get down, like, this is how many I've picked off already. I'm going to see if I can get any of them to grow too. I can't ever get the spray like deep down in here. Like, and look, we're just not, oh, just not really combating it. So, yeah, look, life of trying to vlog and whatnot with the toddler. I mean, my own fault. I do try and say, stop touching the camera, but obviously where I'm choosing to do it at the moment has, oh, look at that.
Mommy.
Neem oil I'll spray.
Mommy.
Yes. And this is another sign of knowing that you have an infestation of either aphids or mealybugs, is the ants, because they come and eat it. That just look, that's all mealy damage there. Ugh. So annoying. So we're probably I'm gonna actually quarantine this guy, because I've been lucky enough that so far it's not spread to the other one that was alongside it, but give it time, he would have. So might as well pick these off while they've still got a bit of life in there, a little bit. But let's flip you around, show you what we've got done so far, and it'll be for tomorrow. Just tonight we're going to go in and make some, I'm not sitting at that, make some dinner. God, I hope no spiders are in this. Like, look, that is all mealybugs. Gosh darn it. I've been spraying this guy like no tomorrow, but just didn't realize how deep I was not getting. So he is still healthy though, so as long as I don't take the actual head, we hopefully, okay, now he's all lopsided, he won't stay standing. I'll just do that. Hopefully we'll get, maybe I might pot him back up. Alright, let me flip you around. So this is what we've got so far. I need to empty that pot before I put it up in there. So, a little bit. I'm yet to decide. I don't know whether I'm going to come around and meet up with the board of that. I think that makes the most amount of sense. And around. But, so this is where I'm hoping that pot will go. That may be a mistake to have planted that, because it likelihood will take over this whole area. But super easy to chop, and then I can make it the size I want. This guy back in here, she'll grow quite tall, probably like to here. So if that sort of grows and bulks right out, well then that pot can come out. The agave will multiply, but he should just fill in. I'm kind of thinking maybe I should have brought it forward, which, thanks for staying in the way. I actually still can do. I might even do that, might move that rock and bring it forward. Just filled in more, didn't actually change any of that. So trying to find rocks that make it actually look, oh, and there's a big hunk of wire in there, that's why that's so high, so that it actually looks cohesive. It's like a jigsaw puzzle, really. Like, I kind of feel like this area is not great, but that's because I moved it. So, and even like this, I'm like, is that too close? Should I have moved it? But who knows, maybe that will even come out and come over this side. Like, I don't know. It's all just playing. But so far, I'm happy. I'm not so happy about you smashing my camera though. I keep going back and forth as to like, oh, should I get a newer camera? Because this is like old as hell. This kind of solidifies, no, I probably should not. Because little fingers don't know when to not touch. And don't we just love the fact that I spread blood and bone at the base of those trees? Like the pair of them. Alright, I will come back and we'll finish off. And with all those leaves off the succulent I picked off, I finished picking them off, so I'm just going to lay them on a nice little bed of soil and see what is not damaged that might actually create some more. Fingers crossed that we get some more babies.